usually when I shoot my sessions, if I had Jabeen sitting where, and if I was standing right back behind her, typically I'd have a light 580 on a light stand on this side, pocket wizards, no line of sight, 64 or 128 power. Another light over there coming in second model, 164 to 128 power, where the light is. What is, so is the only thing that Radio Popper or any of these, like the new pocket wizard trigger, are they buying me is the ability to do high speed syncs and also be able to control multiple lights and vary the power.
High speed sync.
Okay.
ETTL. Control multiple lights. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you just said it.
Okay.
That's exactly what they're doing.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. But even if I'm still continuing using my way of shooting with the pocket wizards, I can still go down to a very low ISO, still get it shallow, but I would be spending a lot more time messing around with different lights, running back and forth. Here, it's all self-contained. I get more concentrated on shooting rather than running between the lights.
Right. It's the ability to control, being an ETTL allows you to control your power output from your camera. So you're not having to yell at an assistant, hey, give me 64, hey, give me 32, wait, click, click, okay, get a meter again. And then I still don't think you'd be able to shoot at 180.
Yeah.
Even at 120.
At 120.
It's, you know, you could, but it depends on the lighting situation.
Sure. Okay.
It's just easier. And we're talking about being quick in a wedding situation where things are moving fast.
Yeah.
It's ETTL, ah shit, it was too bright, boom, exposure compensation down, bam. Okay. When I'm shooting fashion, chances are I'm not using that.
Yeah, it's always manual.
It's always manual. I shouldn't say that though, because I have used ETTL on a fashion shoot.
Okay.
Because I wanted to try it. And I thought it was a test shoot, but it ended up being a freaking look book that I didn't even know about.
Gotcha.
And it turned out great, by the way.
But I mean, even in situations like this, first of all, when I'm typically shooting, I would not even use any flash. Okay.
Oh, why not?
Well, I mean, typically I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I really want to.
What?
Go that way a step. You're he's in shade, you're in bright sun.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Every time I go to you, you're like ghost.
Come on.
So
let's do it.
Okay, so for example, Jabeen, if we come right over here, you know, I would typically have her standing right there.
Perfect.
In soft scattered light.
Let's do it.
Okay, right there. That's good. I mean, that's good. And usually what I would do is I would actually lower my.
You're a lucky guy.
I know. I mean, I'm married way up. It's not
way up.
It's not even funny. Like way up. By the way, she's hot.
Okay.
All right. So.
Turn off the.
Yeah. I mean.
Turn that off. Just turn it off.
Okay. So right here, for example, Jabeen, if you scoot back a little bit. Okay. Right here, I have actually fairly even lighting on her. I know I got a little bit of shadows underneath the eyes, but I'm okay with that. I can filter up a little bit.
Okay.
And I got a background that's actually not that much brighter than her. Right. It is a bit darker.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Working with her skin tone. Now, in this instance, if I was to use flash, it would purely be just as an accent light. Coming from maybe this side, lighting her up to create a background separation from her.
Right.
How would you approach it? In using your sensibilities with that ETTL and the Radio Popper?
I would want to get rid of the shadows on our light. I want to see what it looks like.
Okay, without the light.
Without the light. I always want to see what it looks like.
Gotcha.
Because I am a...
So you can go stand right back there?
I want you to understand something. I'm a natural light shooter.
Yeah, same here.
First and foremost.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if it doesn't get it, then I start out.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go down to 1.8 because I do want that nice shallow background. There we go. And the reading I'm actually getting here is right at 60 to 1.8.
Okay.
I'm going to bump up my ISO just a little bit.
Yeah, so you don't have to shoot at 60th of a second.
Yeah, so 1/60th. All right, here we go. And 1 and 3. Got it. Okay, so this is what I'm getting, which is still a very nice
usable portrait
frame, very usable. You know, taking the
zoom in on her face though.
Okay.
Okay. She's soft.
She is soft. I mean, but that's at 1.8.
Right.
Yeah. You know, so she is going to be soft. I mean, for 2 people, I would never do that.
Even for 1 person, I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Now to bring the flash in.
Right. But let's look at that. She's soft. Okay. And it looks kind of dull.
Yeah.
The whole scene.
The whole scene. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I would probably spend more time in Photoshop jazzing it up.
Right. So let's darken the background.
Okay.
Just to give it a little bit more depth.
All right.
Okay, so expose for the background.
Okay.
Are you really at 32?
Hmm?
Okay, a 3.2. I thought it was like...
No, I'm not 32, man. Okay, so I'm at 1/25 and 3.2.
Okay, let's see it. Okay, that has a little bit of more interest.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's light her up.
Okay.
Turn that on. I'm gonna come from the direction of the sun.
Okay.
Feels right. But before we do this,
Yeah.
I don't want it to look really flashed.
Yeah.
I just want it to look like the sun.
Okay.
So let's knock it down.
Okay.
Power down. Make sense?
Yep.
Make sense?
One more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Got it.
Nice?
Yep. Take a look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hot. Much more depth, and it doesn't look necessarily like it was flashed.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it looks like a little ray of sun was coming through some trees.
Just peeking through the trees, exactly.
Right.
I mean, typically that's how I would use it. Now, controlling multiple lights, in the manual world, I would have another one on the light stand behind here.
How would you do it in ETTL? That's where you do groups on this thing.
Okay.
Okay, so turn it over. If we had it, this is where you go to on ratio.
Yeah.
Okay, you got your A and your B. So if I want the main light brighter than mine, you see A, this is on A, you put the other one to B, I would go, well, 2 to 1. So this would be 2 times brighter than B.
Okay.
Okay? Or the other way around.
Yeah. And you would still eliminate the line of sight and it would still work.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it would just make sure that this was, yeah, it's really pretty cool when you do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That whole rate, yeah, it's just A and B.
No, it really does.
Right.
It really makes sense.
There's a lot of this, if you notice, is in the shape of a heart. That island is called Marriage Island. And it's in the shape of a heart. We do about 150 ways.
I don't know. It's just I find everything easier to control from the camera.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
When I'm trying to be quick about it.
Okay.
You know. But even when now I'm on commercial shoots, I'll use the juniors.
Yeah.
Here's my radio popper plug. Huh? Yeah. But I'll use the junior and have 3 groups change. So I'll have the main light, I'll have a backlight on, and I'll be using an Alien B, I'll be using one of these, and I can control the power levels from my camera still in that setup too.
And the Genius Radio Poppers, it knows exactly which light it's working with, the power settings and everything.
Right, because you set it all.
Nice.
The groups. Just
groups,
like you
yeah.
would on this. It's pretty easy.
Gotcha.